Oops.
Okay. Perfect. I'm going to have to repeat everything. So, I threw the treats first. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Which is, how are you going to be able to do it and then get her the treats? That's the other hard part about departuring. When you're leaving, she's getting the food before you get out the door. I always taught my dogs a stay and wait until I release them, and then I put all the treats, and they're like, now excited that I'm leaving. But with her, she doesn't know any of that stuff at all, so it's going to be a little bit difficult. I'm going to do it this way.
Let's move that. Let's move that rug.
Oh gosh, a little humor does never hurt. Okay, so I'm going to touch the doorknob, give the treat. And I just kind of walk away. Also, you are going to be very forgetful. When you go out the door, you're going to remember suddenly you have forgotten something, and you're going to have to come back in. That's the other thing. So that desenses the dog also to your coming and going. And if you can, just go outside like you're going to leave and go, whoa, pretend like you forgot something, and you come back in and just go on about your business. You don't actually leave. So that's part of the desensitization.
That makes sense, yeah.
And that's going to get better. It's just it can take a long time. And if you have to leave the dog alone when you're trying to desensitize them, in many, many cases it's actually, made it worse. Maybe not even made it worse, but it didn't help at all. All right. Find it. Then I shut the door, and then I'm going to try and get them as soon as I come back in. So the goal is here for you to toss the food, get back in before the dog has had a chance to eat it all. In that way, the dog processes the information, oh no, they're coming back, I gotta get all my food. When I pick up that food, they're like, oh, now that she's back, I don't get any food. I only get it when she's leaving.
So please leave, right?
Yeah, I don't want to get her into a panic. I gotta be careful because she is very food driven.
Right.
And we don't know what that's gonna do to her head. All right, so I'm coming back in. If you can, before you leave, try to get, if you are going somewhere, if you could put all this stuff in your car an hour before. That way, when you actually leave, you don't have to be doing all the getting the purse and the jacket and whatever it is that you're going to be taking with you. Put it out there earlier so that the dog doesn't become even more sensitized to all those little.
Because one thing is, I usually park my car in the garage, so it's real easy to go out there and do that. Rather, when it's
so
not.
So is that the way that you would leave?
Yeah.
But yet she's barking at this window.
Well, normally I go out this door because I will pull my car out first.
Okay.
And leave the dogs in the house.
Okay.
And then close the garage door. Mm-hmm. But I can, because my car's in the garage, I can put everything in there.
Yeah. You might even want to go as far as moving the car back out into the driveway as well.
No, I do that. Yeah.
And then come back in the house.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I'm not going to worry about picking it up with her. And then I just kind of go away. I've already got this though ready. So in the morning, I've cut up all my little treats. I got my treat dispensing toys all ready so that I don't have to do this when I'm trying to get ready to leave, because then that becomes a big trigger.
So, that treat releasing
treat dispensing toy?
Yeah, and I've seen them. Mm-hmm. I have not been able to find them. Does Wags carry?
Carry some.
Yeah. Okay, I will check with them.
Yeah.
Because I love those, because you can put dog food in them, and then I can just leave that on the floor, and
I think interactive
leave.
puzzles for her would be good, where she has to get the food out, It's almost like a maze toy, and the food's in there, but she's got to try and get it all out of this maze kind of toy.
I think I've seen it. It's
yeah,
big circular thing.
Several different kinds nowadays. They also have a remote treat dispensing, so that it will, at certain times and intervals, automatically disperse treats. Which is, hey, that's not so bad. Okay. Barking yet. But
She.
they're not leaving either, so
Yeah.
let's top it. We'll stop that one now. How many minutes?